All right, Patriots, we are live for another stream. It's been a hell of a 24 hours, obviously not just for me, but more specifically for Donald Trump, the nation. Biden is expected to give an address here from the White House. They have the camera set up, the podium's ready to go. They had the individual come in and test the mics. We were just waiting for him to take the Patriots. Podium. We are live. It was supposed to be another stream. Feedback. Here we go. Got it fixed. Hope he doesn't call him Donald today. So disrespectful. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining me for another live. Hey, that's why you want to be in here. You don't know what happens. Not many people. I think we're live streaming the rally yesterday, and for better or for worse, we were. And, you know, it's funny because, well, it's not funny, but, you know, people were ripping me in the comments going, how could you block the assassination attempt? It's like, dude, we're fucking live streaming. Are you kidding me? You know what I mean? People are ripping me in the comment section for blocking the view of Donald Trump getting shot because I was showing the immigration chart because we were live streaming. Like, how am I supposed to know that the former president's going to have an assassination attempt on him? You know what I mean? People are idiots, man. I'm telling you, people are so stupid. It's really a remarkable thing. Not to get a little amped up here, but, you know, I'm still wired from yesterday. It was a long day. My phone was blowing up. Longest stream we've ever done, 5 hours. And again, if you want to see that still posted, you can see my real-time reaction. I will say, you know, I don't want to always, you know, give a pat on the back, but our analysis in real time was spot on, right? Immediately said he was shot in the ear. Immediately said that. Immediately said the possible second shot was in the chest on the side because he tucked in, right? He went boom, boom, and then dropped. And I said he could be only shot a maximum of 3 times, believed to be maybe 2, for sure 1, obviously in the ear. What's the astonishing thing is people are coming out saying, oh, it was staged. This is how disgusting the Democrat Party is, you guys. They're going, oh, it's staged. The media is coming out and saying, hey, is it possible that this guy could stage this whole thing? Isn't that a remarkable thing? Donald Trump gets shot in the head. Another guy gets shot in the head. Oh, it's staged. These people are psycho, man. They're psycho. Glad to have you with us, folks. We're waiting for the President of the United States, Joe Biden, to address the nation. We are watching through the Associated Press. We'll probably skip over and watch from the White House just because the Associated Press is known to flag our videos because, you know, that's what the press does. They don't like conservatives. How are you supposed to know that? People are crazy. Exactly, Stacy. Go read the comments. Some of the people in the comment section. Like, Just ripping me for just, you know, hanging out with patriots on a normal live stream covering it. Just a remarkable thing. Golden Girl, I see you. Deplorable me. Just a really wild day yesterday. I don't know. Don't know. I'm still at a loss. Yeah, there are people celebrating those disgusting individuals. I actually said on the live stream yesterday, I wouldn't even want this for Joe Biden. I mean, who the hell in their right mind would want any of this? And a lot of people are posting, if you look at all the assassinations of U.S. presidents or attempts, they're all on Republicans pretty much, other than JFK. And I believe everybody that's done the assassinations or attempts were in fact Democrat. But it's remarkable. Remember, we're a threat to democracy. We're the extremists here. You know, this is the rhetoric from the media, you guys. This is a rhetoric that's been building up since 2016. This is a rhetoric that's been built up by the Democrat Party. This is a rhetoric that's been built up by Joe Biden himself. When you call people terrorists, when you call MAGA supported terrorists, no, he fucking did. There's people in the comment section that are telling me that he didn't. He did. Okay? DHS Advisory Board, they're supposed to be protecting the president. The DHS is the umbrella of the Secret Service, sat there and rebuffed his Secret Service protection. They wanted to remove it. He called us terrorists. He said we're a terrorist to the country. We covered it 2 weeks ago. The president is just as much as complicit as this, as the Democrat Party is, in allowing this to happen. You're telling me a guy that was 150 yards, not even that, was it 150 meters or something like that? 400 feet, we'll call it. Allegedly, they're watching the guy for 3 minutes. President should be walking in anytime soon.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
If you're just joining us, hit that like button, folks. I watched a replay earlier, and it was unfortunate that you were putting up that chart. Yeah, it was unfortunate. But we go back and, you know, we show it, analyze it anyways. But, I mean, if you see my other live streams of that chart, I show it on the other live streams. Here we go.
Good afternoon. Last night, I spoke with Donald Trump. I'm sincerely grateful that he's doing well and recovering, and we had a short but good conversation. Jill and I are keeping him and his family in our prayers. We also extend our deepest condolences to the family of the victim who was killed. He was a father. He was protecting his family from the bullets that were being fired. And he lost his life. God love him. We're also praying for the full recovery of those who were injured. And we're grateful to the Secret Service agents and other law enforcement agencies and individuals who risked their lives literally for our nation. As I said last night, there is no place in America for this kind of violence, or any violence for that matter. An assassination attempt is contrary to everything we stand for as a nation, everything. It's not who we are as a nation. It's not America. And we cannot allow this to happen. Unity is the most elusive goal of all. But nothing is important than that right now, unity. We'll debate and we'll disagree. That's not going to change. But we're going to not lose sight of the fact who we are as Americans. Look, Vice President Harris and I were just briefed in the Situation Room by my Homeland Security team, including the Director of the FBI, the Secretary of Homeland Security, the Attorney General, the Director of the Secret Service, my Homeland Security Advisor, the National Security Advisor, and we're going to continue to be briefed. The FBI is leading this investigation, which is still in its early stages. We don't yet have any information about the motive of the shooter. We know who he is. I urge everyone, please, don't make assumptions about his motives or his affiliations. Let the FBI do their job.
Oh, yeah, we trust the FBI, don't we, folks?
I'm instructed that this investigation be thorough and swift. And the investigators will have every resource they need to get this done. Look, as this investigation continues, here's what we're going to do. First, Mr. Trump, as a former president and nominee of the Republican Party, already receives a heightened level of security. and I've been consistent in my direction of the Secret Service to provide him with every resource, capability, and protective measure necessary to ensure his continued safety. Second, I've directed the head of the Secret Service to review all security measures for the Republican National Convention, which is scheduled to start tomorrow. And third, I've directed an independent review of the national security at yesterday's rally to assess exactly what happened, and we'll share the results of that independent review with the American people as well. And finally, I'll be speaking more about this tonight at greater length from the Oval Office. We must unite as one nation. We must unite as one nation to demonstrate who we are. And so may God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. Thank you very much.
That was it?
When you spoke to President Trump yesterday,
And he doesn't take any questions again.
what did he tell
Look
you,
at him.
sir?
The hell's he doing?
Mr. President, shifting our campaign strategy, Mr. President.
fucking remarkable.
Do you regret?
It's a remarkable thing. Nobody fired. Why should we guess? Why? No updates. Nothing. This guy sucks. You gotta love the fact that you have the DHS secretary still standing there with a job. You know, the guy that didn't want to execute more protection for Donald Trump still has a job. You know, the guy that allowed 10 fucking million people to come into the country illegally still has a job. Allows terrorists to flourish in our country, 1,000 of them plus, still has a job. Nobody's fired ever. Oh, we need unity. Yeah. Heard that from Barack Obama. Heard that from Joe Biden during his campaign. No unity. You just tried to kill a former president. Yeah, FBI investigating itself again. There you go. Nice job. I love that. I love that. Thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. I'm pissed. Yeah, you damn right I'm riled up, man. I know all of you are pissed too. We were all in the live stream together yesterday. We all saw what happened. I'm trying to keep it together. We got a lot of updates that were coming out. We know who the shooter was. We called it in real time yesterday that the person that they were suspecting was it. I said, that's not him. I could see photos online of the actual shooter dead. It's not the guy everybody's saying it was early on, very early on. This is when it was like the obese looking guy with the sunglasses. People were saying Antifa, all these things. And I said, let's hold off. We don't know. So at least I feel comfortable knowing that I didn't give you guys any BS information yesterday during the live. I felt good about what we did. I've watched the replay. I've looked at my reactions. I looked at my analysis, which we will have an analysis dropping again, my real time, where I said he's shot in the ear. We were correct on that. People are saying, oh, I think it was the Secret Service. I said bullshit in the real time. I said he tucked in like that. I seen people get shot before. That's a very real reaction. People still suspect that possibly he was shot with the bullet hole in his jacket. I don't know if that's legit. We're still waiting. And I said he could only have been shot a maximum of 3 times. He for sure was shot in the head once. So I feel good about everything that I gave you guys live. I'm not a reporter. I didn't go to school for journalism, but I'm capable of assessing the situation. They're saying it was fireworks. No, in real time, I said those were gunshots. Within probably 6 seconds, we called out the fact that says shots fired at the Trump rally. Is he okay? We analyzed it. We saw there was blood. We replayed the video multiple times. We counted 8 shots. Lo and behold, there was 8 shots. So I feel good about what we did yesterday during the live stream. I don't feel like I misled the public in any way, shape, or form. It's remarkable, again, that people are giving me heat for showing the image right before Trump or during Trump getting shot. But again, I was just live streaming the rally, not expecting Donald Trump to be shot in the head. But there you go. Exercise the Bongino rule. That's exactly what we do here. Let's, speaking of that, let's see Dan Bongino's, he was on Fox. I want to see if I can find it. He was on a Fox News interview today. If not, we'll definitely be seeing his reaction on Monday. But even he says, it's a full-scale F up of the Secret Service. And I'll go as far as to say it makes me wonder, inside job or not. They had eyes on the target, so it wasn't like they didn't know the guy was there. There's a lot of video coming out of people beforehand talking to we've seen 3 interviews now of people saying, hey, I was talking to the police beforehand. A couple minutes before, there's a guy walking amongst the freaking roofs and the buildings. and just kind of sitting on it. It's a remarkable thing what happened. Superb job of covering. Thank you so much, Jeff. I appreciate that. John Bondino. We love Dan here, man. Dan is the man, dude. I'm a huge fan of Dan Bongino. He's actually my number 1 guy now in terms of politics. It used to be Ben Shapiro. Ben's still my guy, but Dan's just. I align more with Dan and just not my demeanor, the way my show is. And I think our audiences overlap a lot. My husband was in the Army and said he's surprised it didn't spin Trump around. I thought it hit his neck. I was watching the live stream. It depends on the size of a round. I don't know the rifle yet. People are saying AR-15 style rifle, whatever the hell that means. I mean, to spin them around, I don't. I mean, you need like a 50 cal would have a vacuum force of like ripping your arm off, but obviously that, I don't know. It seems a little Hollywood. I wasn't in the military. I mean, I shot guns. I'm a gun owner myself. It wouldn't spin you around. Again, I don't know the size of the round. People were saying it was like a 22. It just sounds the sound of it early on when we reported this. Somebody wrote in the live chat and I actually commented. I go, "There's no way it's a 22." It sounded too loud to be a 22. People are maybe saying a 223. I was saying a 5.56 would have been a little bit large in my opinion. So I don't know. I mean, AR-15s, I believe, do shoot a 5.56 if I have that correctly, but I don't know. It could have been a 9mm, 45 maybe, but who knows? Thank God Trump is still alive. So if you're just joining us, the president gave about 2-minute speech. Wow. This guy's an idiot, dude. Joe Biden's an idiot. Joe Biden is just unbelievably dumb. Well, I thought it was going to be a longer speech from the president. He's been briefed. He's been, I don't know what's going on. We're still gathering information. How the hell do you not know what's going on after an assassination attempt? It was a rifle. There was a man on the roof. Yep, we saw that live. It was a rifle. Thank you, Raymond. Said you did a great job, BB. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. You did an outstanding job. Thank you, Jason. We had a lot of people, a couple thousand people tuning in yesterday. I think we were at like 13,000 people that watched. I see Miguel in here. What a terrible event, and this guy gave it like 1 minute. Yeah, man, isn't that wild? 1 minute. Even his address last night, he walked out. He's like, "Oh, I just woke up." I mean, I'm more floored with the fact of how the hell do you let it, again, I said this yesterday, how do you allow a guy to army crawl on a white rooftop 400 feet from the president? I am still dumbfounded at that. You know what I mean? It's like the cliche thing you see in Hollywood. Yeah, check the roofs, check the how do you allow that to happen? I try not to be a conspiracy theorist here, but when you've had the government sit there and do this many things against Donald Trump, it is hard to sit there and say, yeah, it's not an inside job. It's a very hard thing to kind of not say, you know what I mean? Where you go after the guy financially, not just on a federal level, but a state level as well, with like places like New York City. You've raided his house, and by the way, they gave authorization to basically shoot the guy. They made up stuff, the Russia hoax about the guy. They said he's a Russian agent. They try to go after for classified documents. There is nothing left you could possibly do to this guy. You just try to kill him. And by the grace of God, and I fully do believe this, by the grace of God, he is not dead. Mud Whistle, thank you so much, man, for the 1999. It's always great to see you in the live chat, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you know what? I was saying this yesterday, and some of you did email me, especially Jerry. I want to give a shout out to Jerry. Thank you for that kind email. For sticking with me through that, guys. It's not something I necessarily want to watch or experience without the Patriots, you know what I mean? Having everybody here together and witnessing such a terrible, terrible thing. I'm thankful to have you guys as a community. And like I said, that's one thing that was nice about going back and reflecting. You know, I went out to eat after because I was streaming 5 hours, and Um, just kind of reviewing again. Like I said, my big thing was wanted to make sure I didn't mislead you guys in any way, shape, or form. And like I said, after a review, collecting my thoughts, going over the footage this morning, I feel very comfortable about what we produced yesterday and gave you guys, even down to the ads. You know what I mean? We did advertising, and you know, that would be maybe something maybe I would change, but I wanted to make sure that I got that out there, especially patriotic brands that deserve our support. I wanted to make sure I got those out there, like Rumble, right? Find us on Rumble. YouTube will probably take down our videos. They're already trying to go after conservative speech. We already know this, so that's a good ad read. There's patriotic brands that need us to get behind them. So I feel like those were good ad reads, even though the situation was terrible. Who was the Secret Service oversight before this happened? I mean, well, you got DHS, right? DHS gives clearance, from what I've been told, gives more clearance to the Secret Service to give more security to the former president. He didn't have a full detail. We don't know if the guys on the roof were even actually Secret Service. There's reports that they could be police, and just we don't know. There's so much information we don't know. Even Dan Bongino himself is kind of baffled about what the hell is going on here. I trust you more than the government. Oh, thank you, Stacey. That's very kind of you. The epic things that happened while I painted the deck. I'm done with the broken ass phone. Oh no. Autumn, you gotta watch this on something else then. I did not notice the flag. Yeah, the flag, let's see if we could pull up the picture of it. The flag, people were posting about the flag looking like an angel. Flag, angel, let's see. If you guys didn't see this, let's see if I can pull it up. So here's the image of the flag at the Trump rally. The flag got tangled at the Trump rally, and people are saying it looked like an eagle here. So we'll go ahead and play that for you guys. Eagle, and I think it looks like an American right there. Dude, that looks like an eagle. That's the first thing I thought. I didn't think of angel. I was like, bro, that looks like an American eagle right there. Even at the bottom of the flag, we'll play it, but even at the bottom of the flag, man, does that look like the feathers of an eagle? You can't make this up. So people are saying it looks like an angel protecting the president. We don't mind the ads, Brad. It's keeping the lights on. I appreciate that, Patrick, at the end of the day. I really do. I appreciate you guys' understanding and everything like that, and having the support of you guys. That means a lot. 907 Wings, that was a crazy day yesterday. Yeah, you're telling me. I'm still kind of wired from yesterday, holding it together. But look at that flag, man. I mean, what are the odds, right? Not to mention that he sat there and turned his head like this and just whizzed through his ear. Thank you, Krager. I almost did not go live, which is crazy yesterday. I was sitting there looking through X on my phone and thinking, should I go live? Like, we don't get many viewers when we do Trump rallies. But I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter how many views we get, right? We don't do this for the money. We do this for the community and everything like that. So that's why I hopped on the live and said, people want to hang out. So let's go hang out. And that's why we did it. Unfortunately, we had to witness something freaking terrible yesterday. So the wild thing is, like I said, people are coming out and saying, oh, it's not real. It's all staged. It's just, it's insane to me. That's insane. But leave it up to the Democrat Party to act like a bunch of bozos. Bunch of freaking idiots, man. I'm telling these people. They're idiots. They are. You're going to come out and say, like, that's not real. Like, your head's not on straight. So, a lot of wild stuff. And, here's the, I kind of want to spotlight this. So, the reason why, if you saw me yesterday in the live, I said, hey, he grabs his ear, right? That was the first shot. Second shot, you see him tuck like that as if he got hit, right? Because you're going to shrink up when you get hit like that. And this is why I want to show this, actually. So this is the Reagan assassination attempt. And watch the tuck. Right there. I know it's tough to see, right? Watch the Secret Service member. This guy is known. The guy right there in front of your screen. Let's put in slow-mo. I want you to see, he goes, boom, and he tucks up and in. And this is very common for somebody that's been shot. I want to see if I could slow it down for you. I'll playback speed. Let's go to 0.5. Watch how he's going to tuck up. He gets hit right here. Boom. See how he jumps up in the air and he goes like that? It's a very common thing when people get shot. They will obviously in reaction wise, kind of tuck into the point where they were shot. And that's exactly what this reminded me of, this whole attempt that was on President Trump. And people are like, oh, he's okay. He's okay. A lot of, and not discrediting anybody in the live chat. We had a lot of people writing, oh, reports are he's okay. But that was like 2 minutes, 3 minutes after he was shot. I was like, look, they said the same thing about Reagan. Reagan wasn't hit. Reagan wasn't hit. Reagan was having a conversation with the Secret Service inside the motorcade and saying he was fine. And then later on, they realized he started gurgling a little bit of blood. They realized that he was hit. So that's what my fear was, that when I saw Trump kind of lock up, that he would take a hit from the side and that he potentially could have been shot somewhere else. Let's see what you're all saying in the chat here. They tried to go through him to get to us. Absolutely. That gives me chills looking at that photo. The flag looks like both to me. Yeah, it does look like an eagle and an angel. I mean, hell. I love this community. We all need the place to open with folks we trust. Absolutely, Patrick. I love that. I remember the Uzi guy. Hey, what's going on, his servants? So again, we were just tuning in for the president's I don't know what you call it. He wasn't addressing the nation. He just kind of went up there and spoke for 2 minutes and that was it. So I don't really know, but I mean, this is the picture that everyone's talking about right here. It went viral. You got the American flag, Donald Trump all bloodied up, surviving an assassination attempt. I mean, if he doesn't win, I don't know. A lot of people, I think, are voting for Trump now. I mean, you even have Cenk here. I mean, this guy's no Trump supporter, saying one more credit to Trump and his fans today, and only today Trump's sticking this hand up, saying fight, 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 while the crowd chanting USA, USA was badass. Yeah, very badass. Somebody said, I thought so as well. Very iconic. Some of the media disapprove, though. Yeah, people are coming out and saying, oh, this is like what he did on January 6th, right? Go out and take to the streets and fight. You know, one way of reading this that I've heard from a couple people, when your adrenaline is going, and rightfully so, I mean, how does your adrenaline? My adrenaline was going. I was not even there. I was just live streaming it. Donald Trump got shot. Okay. We don't know at that time when he's putting his fist in the air like this. We don't know. He doesn't know if he was shot anywhere else. He doesn't know if he's about to die. He could be bleeding internally for all we know right now. Nobody knows. And so for him to say fight, that messaging could be that he very well may have thought he was going to die. And he's telling them regardless, telling all of us, regardless of if I die, you need to go out and fight for this country. Regardless if I'm not here to run for election, you need to go out and fight for this country. You need to fight for the ideology. You need to fight for your rights. You need to fight and stand up for everything that the left is trying to do to destroy this country, to destroy the United States of America. And this is the man that's going to bring us back. This is the man that we need. We don't need some doddering old geriatric to sit there and give us some bullshit speech for 2 minutes. Ooh, sitting there telling us, oh, we don't have any information. All the while, you have the nut job to the right of the president, another nut job to the left of the president, and the guy, Attorney General Merrick Garland's going after Donald Trump. The entire everybody standing up there today with Joe Biden giving some sort of bullshit speech that did nothing, should be everybody that's fired. All 4 of those people up there that were standing there today, about 20 minutes ago, should all be fired. Today's my birthday, and I wish I could calm down. Linda, happy birthday. Can we all, hey, you know what? Can we give Linda a happy birthday in the chat? You can be calm. Linda, if anything, today's your birthday. You should be celebrating it, not just from the mere fact that Donald Trump is alive and by the grace of God, but also it's your birthday. Don't let what happened yesterday affect such a great day for you. You deserve it. And hell, have a drink if you're a drinker. If you're trying to be a recovering alcoholic, then maybe don't have a drink. You know what I mean? But don't let yesterday ruin your great day today, and we're not going to let it ruin it for you either. Trump was fired. Oh, I don't know what the hell that means. Biden 2024. We got a troll in here. JWE reviews Trump was fired. This is how sick these people are, folks. This is how sick some of these people are. Yeah, somebody coming in here saying Biden 2024, Trump was fired and he laughs about it. That's how sick some of the left are, man. They're out there. They really are out there. We got people over at Rumble as well. We got Sunset. I'm starting from the beginning. CL tomorrow. This was a stressful this was so stressful. Inside job, maybe. Definitely possible. That's for sure. I mean, like the reason, look, if they didn't do all these other things, right? Like if they didn't raid his home, try to throw him in prison, already trying to remove his Secret Service detail earlier. I mean, if you just take everything in combination, right? It's a multivariate analysis. It's not like I'm just honing in on one variable, right? This is like a complicated mathematical equation, if you were to put it in those terms. It's a multivariate analysis. So I'm taking all the variables that I've seen since 2016 and kind of putting them together going, man, it's a really weird thing that you allow a guy that's been spotted by everybody else. There's people next to the president on camera shouting, there's a guy on the roof, there's a guy on the roof. There's people that were next to the shooter. TMZ posted the video themselves of the view of the guy with the rifle. Like, you just take everything in combination. You're like, you allowed this to happen. How is that possible? You know what I mean? If the, mind you, the Secret Service is, sir, thank you so much for becoming part of the Bald Brad Army, baby. Couldn't be more than happy to have you join us. The Army's growing, man. The Army is growing. Let me tell you, if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, join us. It is free to subscribe. If you want to become a member like his servant, you get badges, and it allows me to see your comments in real time. But look at that Army helmet that Pat posted, baby. Woo! It's looking good. But I like conspiracy theories, but man, it's really hard for me to think like the FBI going after this guy. We have former CIA intelligence going after Donald Trump. We already knew when Donald Trump was in office, he didn't like the intelligence community, the apparatus that was created. And so, I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. But you know what? I'd be curious to see. Okay, so this is going a little bit further than I wanted, but the JFK files, right? Donald Trump in 2016 said, hey, I'm going to release the JFK files. He didn't. And I'm not so sure he read it. He did this in a recent podcast. He was talking about how one of his staff members and people that he trusted said, man, you can't release this last little bit. You know, America's not ready for it, blah, blah, blah. If Donald Trump knows who killed JFK, probably the same people that probably put an assassination attempt on this guy. Proud of the country is becoming more diverse and inclusive, unlike Trump, who constantly has caused divisions. Are you stupid? Look at these people in here. They roam around here. I'm telling you guys, these people come in here. I told you, they're the same people that are voting for Joe Biden in 2024. This is what this guy said. Proud of the country is becoming more diverse and inclusive, unlike Trump, who constantly has caused division since 2017. You know, forget the whole idea there was Barack Obama that actually created the division. Forget that Barack Obama actually had espionage, the same guy that gave the cartel and other people weaponry to kill our own people. You know, allow millions of people to pour across the border, gave the Iranians $1 billion cash to support terrorism. No, you're right, man. Your head's on straight, buddy. Your head's really on straight. What I meant by Trump was fired when he lost the election in 2020, and he will again this November. Well, you know, if he loses this November, then, you know, that's what the American people want, but I'm hoping he doesn't. Holy Lord, some of these people are gone, man. I'm telling you. That's why we do the show. There's psychos roaming the streets. The Secret Service assigned were probably bottom of the barrel. Fred very well could be. I mean, like I said, there was calls for him, if he was to be thrown in prison, there was calls for him to have his Secret Service detail removed, which says everything you know about the Democrat Party. The rhetoric from Joe Biden alone, it's funny, this psycho in here is talking about Donald Trump being divisive. You literally have a president of the United States wanting to sit there and limit your freedom of speech. He's chiseling away your Second Amendment right. He's put in forth a ministry of truth. He worked with the big tech companies in conjunction with the Democrat Party to actually suppress conservative speech. They're now utilizing the ad apparatus that we just saw from Germ, going after conservative outlets. You have a president that sat there and said that if you're a MAGA supporter if you are a prior military service member or you are religious, you are now deemed a terrorist in your own country. That comes from the Department of Homeland Security Advisory Board. But no, yeah, Donald Trump's the divisive one. Yeah, the president coming out saying that all MAGA supporters are a threat to democracy. They're a threat to the republic. If Donald Trump gets elected into office, he's going to sit there and remove your rights. Yeah, no, we're the ones that are divisive here, man. These people are so far gone. It really is a head spinning thing. They're so far out there. There's no way that you can actually reason with them to bring them back to kind of just the baseline thinking. I'm not saying Donald Trump has never been divisive. That's not what I'm saying. But if you're going to sit there and say that that's the dude that did it since 2017, but yet going back for decades, you had Joe Biden saying all these things like he's going to put y'all back in change. He's referring to black people. If you don't vote for him, then you ain't black. Like all these things, really? That's you want to call Donald Trump the marker of 2017 at divisiveness? You're insane, dude. You are so far gone. I just gave you a litany of things that Joe Biden has done for the past 4 years, not to mention the fact that the dude's allowed terrorists in the country. But yeah, people like you will go vote for this guy. Yeah. Great representation of America, man. You know, you could have at least said that, hey, Donald Trump's going to lose, but I'm not going to vote for Joe Biden at the top of the ticket. I mean, Trump, who was in the basement. Yeah, Trump was in the basement. Yeah, see, this guy's just a troll. He's just an idiot. And they're out there, you guys. And I'm glad that he's in here because you get to really see the representation of the people that are going to sit there and vote for Joe Biden. Somehow he was elected a president of the United States, but it was the freest and fairest election, even though CNN actually captured somebody turning in multiple ballots. Yeah. I'm so glad you came in the chat, man. Really remarkable thing here. These lefties just make their way in, folks. They want to destroy this country. Might as well plug the book. Why not? That guy you're seeing in real time is probably one of the people we wrote about in these books. Trojan Horse, How the Left is Destroying America. It takes you through all the chapters of how they're going to do it, folks. You just saw them have an assassination attempt on the President of the United States. And that's what we're doing. Good to see you, Jerry. Thank you again, brother, for the kind email that you sent yesterday, man. I really do appreciate Ball Brad getting triggered. I'm not triggered whatsoever, man. It's just funny how you are voting for a guy that is driving this country into the ground. It's people like you that clearly can't have your head on straight and pull your head out of your ass that are going to vote for the guy. So it is what it is, man. But don't create my entertainment as a mechanism of being triggered, my friend. Yeah, don't mess with Paul Pratt. Oh man. But we're triggered here, you guys, because we're calling out this nut job that's in the chat. Remember, Donald Trump is divisive, you guys. He wants to make America great again. He wants to make sure that people aren't in war like Russia and Ukraine. He wants to make sure that the Israelis and the Palestinians actually get along together. Really? But you look a bit angry, buddy. It's called entertainment, my dude. I get riled up a little bit, but not angry. This is what they do, you guys. So it's kind of like those trolls you see in like video games. Is like whenever you sit there and try to counter somebody's opinion, and you give a little bit of entertainment behind it because people are watching, and that's what we do is entertainment here. They go, oh, you must be triggered. You must be totally upset. Like, you ain't ruining my day, dude. If anything, you're giving credibility to my entire audience here. The 60,000+ people that watch the show, millions of viewers that, hey, it just gives us more ammo of why we should go out for Donald Trump because there's idiots like you. Yeah, that's all. But yeah, we're triggered, you guys. I mean, my face just sits like I'm pissed all the time, but that's nothing new. Dumbest question I've seen. If it wasn't his own people missing on purpose, why didn't he look behind him to see if the person in the crowd was okay? I haven't seen that one before. That's new. Every patriot should jump on Rumble and leave the trolls on Screwto. Yeah, absolutely. Rumble's taking care of us, folks. We love Rumble. Rumble really is doing a phenomenal job of trying to help us out here and grow the channel over there. I want to see if we could do this ad read. It wasn't working for me yesterday for Patriots. Let's see if it actually works today. And it doesn't. I don't know why. So we'll leave that off. I want to support this brand, but it's not letting me work. I don't need a scapegoat. Parker, they can't help it. Yeah, they can't. They're psychos, man. They're psychos. There's the Democrats that are centrist, right? That and that's why it's tough. Like, as I've always mentioned, I've reiterated this, and longtime viewers of Paul Brad Show know what I mean by this. You hear me talk a lot about Democrats, but I'm not talking about Democrats in a holistic view. I'm specifically talking about the Democrats that are further to the left than what a JFK Democrat would have been, or even, honestly, even a Clinton Democrat. There's Democrats that move further to the left of that party, and these are the same people we talk about in my book. These are the same people that you see, like JWE Reviews in there. Congratulations on the numbers. I am doing to your channel. You're doing me a favor, but you're not doing the country a favor by voting for Joe Biden, my dude. It would honestly make more sense, dude, if you didn't vote for Joe at the top of the ticket and you're like, hey, you know what? I'm not a fan of Donald Trump. He's too he creates too many problems for me the way he talks. So I'm just not going to vote for anybody. That would make sense. But the fact that you want to vote for Joe Biden means you're going to go out of your way to vote for more illegal immigration. You're going to vote for higher taxes, right? Because he's removing Donald Trump's tax cuts. That your taxes inherently would go up minimum 3%. You have inflation that's going up. It's still up from the 1.4%. Your gas prices are going to go up. Your grocery bills are going to go up. Your energy prices are going to grow up. I just don't. There is no positives. You know, if you're in here, why don't you tell all our listeners here, what are the positives of Joe Biden for the next 4 years? Go ahead and list out all the positives of reelecting Joe Biden. We'll wait. We'll wait for the list. Give us the list of them so we can discredit every single one of them. So we'll wait for the guy. Let's wait for him to post all the positive that Joe Biden would bring to the table of getting reelected here for another 4 years. He can't. We'll see if he can just do it on the spot. He'll probably left. He'll probably leave. Let's see if he can do it. He's probably Googling it right now. What can Joe Biden do for the country? Absolutely nothing. He's proven it for the last 3.5 years. Can't do jack shit. He hasn't done anything since he was a senator. He did nothing when he was vice president other than help Barack Obama destroy this country. That was as divisive as it really gets. Really tore our social fabric, starting with Barack Obama. Eric Holder has documentation of him committing espionage with Barack Obama. So it's just it's a remarkable thing. Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Eric Holder, who is the attorney general, actually utilized the IRS to go after their political opponents. They went after conservative Republicans in the same way that Joe Biden did. Joe Biden has used the arm of every single branch of this government to go after his political opponents, to go after Americans. He's going to do so in another 3 years. Can you imagine how bad it's going to be if he has another 3.5 years to do what he wasn't able to do in the first 3.5 years? Look what he's done at the border. Look what he's done in funding terrorism all across the globe. He's giving the Taliban $40 to $87 million every single week. He's giving the Iranians $10 billion of fungible money, humanitarian aid that's allegedly going to resources such as terrorism. They're actually putting down our merchant vessels all across the seas. One of them is at the bottom of the ocean, just happened 2.5 weeks ago. He's going to remove your tax cuts. He's going to sit there and increase taxes upon the American people, but he's going to build the economy from the inside out and the bottom up, whatever the hell that means. Your gas prices are going to go up because he's against fossil fuel. He hasn't done more drilling. He hasn't allowed more permits. He hasn't done anything to sit there and remove energy prices, even though he's saying he's going to. He's allowing a guy to run the Department of Homeland Security to just allow this to happen to Donald Trump. He's sitting there allowing a vice president to potentially take over for him when he passes away. That's done a terrible job of running the border. She was the border czar. She flew over the border, never actually met with an illegal immigrant, never seen an illegal immigrant, but handed out cookies with their face on it. That's a real thing. When she went to El Salvador and Honduras, said it was climate change that was causing this massive migration. Then they sat in front of Congress, specifically DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, told Jim Jordan that the border was secure when it, in fact, was not secure. They're allowing thousands of people that are on the terror watch list to pour into our country. They're allowing all these things to take place, and this guy still is going to vote for Joe Biden. Look, there's still nothing. He has not posted a single thing in here because he can't do it. Because he can't sit there and just admit the fact that Donald Trump is a better president than Joe Biden. Donald Trump's a better president than Barack Obama. It's Hillary Clinton that sat there and used bleach spit on her server in conjunction with the fact that she allowed her staffers to destroy cell phones with hammers. But, you know, no trial there. But Donald Trump doesn't pay a parking ticket on time. Massive grand jury. Just a remarkable thing. But yeah, you have Israel that just had their own 9/11 against Hamas, these terrorists that invaded their country. And that guy wants to probably vote for that stuff to happen again. This is probably the same nut job that supports all these pro-Palestinian supporters on college campuses asking for humanitarian aid when they can walk 15 minutes off the campus to get a bite to eat. All the while, the same people that they're supporting in Gaza, the Palestinians who are actually going through famine, need the humanitarian aid, but these nut jobs on college campuses are asking for food. It's really a remarkable thing. They're asking for money and funding on these college campuses to go to them so they can buy more tents, so they can buy more food, so they can buy more riot gear, to go after the police and destroy public property, rather than sending that money to the fucking people that they're supporting. Yeah, no, this guy has his head on straight, you guys. Yeah, no, they're really sitting there doing a justice to this country right now, voting for Joe Biden once again, that sits there is driving this country into the ground. You got Russia. He hasn't even talked to the Russians. He said that in his own speech. Joe Biden has not even talked to Vladimir Putin. He said himself, I will not talk to the guy. So what are you doing to actually solve the problem then? That's what we all want to know. What are you doing to actually solve the problem? As you see here, I just asked about 10 minutes ago for that guy to list out all the things he's going to go for Joe Biden again. He ain't going to do it because there isn't anything. That's the problem. There is nothing that Joe Biden will do for this country. If he did, he would have done it already. And the only thing he's doing is allowing 85,000 children to go missing and that there was reports by a whistleblower that they're being sold off into sex trafficking. This is the same Joe Biden that's allowing hundreds of thousands of Americans to die every single year because of fentanyl that's pouring across the border. This is the same Joe Biden that's allowing the Chinese spies to come across the border. This is the same Joe Biden that watched the Chinese spy balloon leave mainland China, fly over the entire fucking United States, over our military installations, gather intelligence, and then wait for it's over the Atlantic to blow it out of the water. This is the same president that cost us $500,000 for missing a balloon, of which there is 3 balloons in the air that we know of, or some sort of craft. 2 of them, they say, oh, we can't get to it because of the terrain. All of a sudden, terrain's a matter for the United States. We can't get there. Here we go. JWE, I already listed it, but I didn't even pay attention. Where's the list here? Anybody see it? Did I miss it? Let me scroll up. Where's the list? I don't see a list. Anybody see the list here? I don't see it. I don't know what this guy's talking about. I already listed it, but you didn't even pay attention. Did anybody see the list? Am I missing it? Somebody else listed out then whatever he posted. I just gave you a long laundry list of reasons not to vote for him. Why should we vote for Donald Trump? Well, let's see. Donald Trump, no foreign wars. The foreign policy, not that great, but better than Joe Biden's. His domestic policy was great. He wanted to sit there and bring more jobs back to the United States. He wanted to actually increase more drilling here domestically so that our cost of gas is down, and which would result in a lot of other things going down, which is why he had low inflation, right? Because when freight is cheaper, it's cheaper to sell those cost of goods or those goods and services because you're not paying as much for gas prices. One of the reasons why inflation skyrocketed was because gas prices went up, and Joe Biden blamed it on the Putin price hike, which it was already going up before Putin was invading Ukraine, because of the sheer fact he doesn't want fossil fuels. Donald Trump wants more drilling, which would cause everything the cost to go down. Donald Trump wants to sit there and give you tax cuts so you have more money in your pocket so that you can sit there and pay down your bills, so you could save for retirement, so you can invest into something, which allowed the economy to grow. The only reason things went south was because China sat there and unleashed COVID-19 across the globe. He created Operation Warp Speed, one of the greatest things ever created by a sitting president to sit there and solve the issue. The guy's foreign policy was awesome. Look what he's did in the Middle East. He had a massive unification of the Middle East. A lot of people are about to recognize the fact that Israel should be its own sovereign state, its own sovereign country. I mean, the list really does go on, does it not? He sat there and wanted to fix the border, although your party wanted to go after him tooth and nail to build a border wall. You said we didn't have $3 billion to build it, but yet you're sending $60 billion here to Ukraine. Here's $10 billion to Iranians. That's the leading funder of terrorism, but you don't want to build a $3 billion border wall. You sat there and fought him against that. You had Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer calling that he was xenophobe. You know, he was a racist and all of these things, that he was locking up people that are drinking out of toilets, which he was trying to figure out the border issue that he inherited from Barack Obama, that sat there and didn't do all these things. I mean, it's just a remarkable thing how I can list all these things, but the guy in the chat clearly can't do it because Joe Biden sucks is what it is. But don't worry, you guys, we're triggered because we're rattling off all these things with inspiration and passion. He's going to take it as if we're triggered. Yeah. Oh, Operation Warp Speed. He got it in record speed, so it's working. I mean, really, if you think about it, all Joe Biden had to do was just ride on Trump's coattails, and things would have been fine, right? And he kind of did in a nutshell, right? He's like, "Oh, I opened up the economy, and so I have all these jobs I created." It's like, dude, you didn't create 12 million new jobs. You just opened up the economy, and everybody went back to work. So, just because you were neglected as an infant, dropped on your head, came out in test tube, or geez, Sodom. 3 times Biden said homeless security. Rewatched 3 times. He said homeless security. Yeah, I'm just going to trust you on that one. I wouldn't put it past him. That's the thing. But anyways, enough of that JWE guy. You know, there's psychos out there. That's really, you know. Here's the thing that got me, right? This quote here from Joe Biden's speech. I urge everyone, don't make assumptions about his motives or his affiliations. Let the FBI do their jobs. Let the FBI do their jobs. The same FBI that went after Donald Trump. It's like the same people that sat there and is given nothing but grief to this guy. Yeah, we're going to trust everything that comes out from them. They're known to be reliable. Oh, yeah. Really, what? If Trump is reelected, NATO will be abandoned, and Putin's Russia will have Europe. This guy is just so far gone, man. Holy lordy. It's as if Trump was never president. Like, if he wanted to get rid of NATO, he would have done it. His problem with NATO was they weren't paying their fair share. We're paying for a lot of people's defense systems, which is why they're allowed to carry on so many social programs in their country, because they don't pay for their own defense. We're paying for the defense. They have the backing of the United States military, the greatest military force that was ever created, of which Barack Obama wanted to dissolve, by the way. Barack Obama was actually removing military installations all around the United States, exactly the same way that Joe Biden did. There's a reason why we can't get enough people recruited, is because you got a guy that's weak in office and nobody wants to be under his leadership because he knows that there's probably more wars. It's so fun. Putin's going to invade Europe. It's like, Putin has literally come out and said that he doesn't want to go into Europe, that he wants to solve this and he wants to negotiate, but Joe Biden won't even talk to the guy. Yeah. People are with us, you guys. You're a psycho because of all the things you're saying. Yes, you are psycho. Probably not in everything in your life. Like I said, there's a lot of everything that's multivariate analysis. You might be very intelligent on a lot of things, but dude, you are voting for Joe Biden. And the fact that you talk about joking and trolling that Donald Trump was fired. Yeah, dude, you're a psycho. Yeah, absolutely. Just the way that you've been saying things, like what you said about somebody that just was almost assassinated. Yeah, it's pretty wild stuff, man. But this is what they do with the language and the wording, right? Oh, well, Donald Trump was fired, LOL. Like, oh, he was fired upon. Oh, he was just almost deleted. Yeah, these are the way. And then they go, well, I didn't really say that. I didn't mean it. We know what you meant. You're a psycho. I don't wish that this happened to Joe Biden, by the way. I've always been clear about it. I wish no ill will against Joe Biden. He's another human being. We're all Americans regardless of who we vote for. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. I literally said the whole fact of you going out. If you want to vote for Joe, that's on you. I can't understand why. You haven't given us any reason still as to why you would vote for Joe Biden. It would make sense, as I've mentioned before, of why you wouldn't vote for Joe Biden and why you wouldn't vote for Donald Trump, meaning you don't vote for anybody at the top of the ticket. That actually makes sense to me, but it does not make sense to me that you were willingly going to the polls to vote for Joe Biden amidst his record of not just the past 50 years, but the past 3.5 years, and you can't list anything that he's actually done well. Yeah, why would you be, oh yeah, Donald Trump was fired referring to his life. See how they do that? Like, why the hell would anybody sit there after he was just fired upon? See, this is what they do with the spin. Oh, I was referring to his loss in the 2020 election. Yeah. This is what they do. This is what they do. He was just fired upon, and he goes in there and writes, LOL, Donald Trump was fired. He's like, oh, well, I'm referring to something 4 years ago. Yeah, sure you were. This is what they do, you guys. They're trolls. They are trolls. And then they go, oh, you're triggered. You're upset. It's like, well, like at the end of the day, I'm having a great, it's Linda's birthday. We're having a great day. It's Linda's birthday, baby. And again, you notice he hasn't listed anything, you guys. I just want to reiterate this. He has not listed anything in the chat about what Joe Biden's going to do. President Trump is heading into Milwaukee this afternoon. Oh, is that true? Yep. Has passion rooted in knowledge and logic. Thank you, Secret Agent. I appreciate that. Yeah, see, they conflate passion with triggered. Yeah. They don't know what's going on, you guys. Their head's under a rock. Heart touching, a massive motorcade of Trump supporters is taking place in front of Trump Tower right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at what that looks like. Hell yeah. Gonna play for me? Let me go ahead and refresh this real quick. JWE, you're never gonna get this for Joe Biden. Trump 2024, baby. Woo! Stand up next to you and defend her still today. See, like, things were triggered, man. You know what? Has anybody ever seen a vehicle with Joe Biden on the side of it? Don't think so. Does Joe Biden own any towers across the United States and the world? Don't think so. Oh, baby. Woo! Can we play that again? I felt good. Fuck yeah. Sea to shining sea. From the slumber in Detroit down to Houston to LA. listen to this all day. I'll tell you what, ain't nobody playing that song around Joe Biden because Joe Biden sucks. Joe Biden's a terrible president. Sucks. I think everybody's with me on that one. Trump 2024, baby. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that felt good, right? Hearing that? You're damn right. After what happened yesterday? I mean, we're going to get copyright flagged, and you know what? Damn well worth it. Damn well worth it. Why don't we just play it? Fuck it. Who cares? Let's just play it. We'll get copyrighted. It's fine. Hell yeah. It's fine.
If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars.
Hell yeah.
To be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Fuck yeah. This is worth the copyright strike right here.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA. Well, there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say that I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.
Damn right. You're damn right. That's a man that is going to save this country, folks. I'll tell you what, Joe Biden ain't going to do that. Why don't we end it off right with that one? I felt good. Went up on a good note. Linda, hopefully that brought you inspiration for your birthday. It's a happy birthday. Donald Trump is still alive. Vote Trump 2024, baby. Thank you so much, folks, for joining me in this live chat. We might be back later tonight for Joe Biden's address that allegedly happens at 8 p.m. We will see. But thank you so much for all the care and kindness you guys show me. Head over to Trump 2024 and make sure you donate to him. Take care of him. And, we will be back here maybe later. If not, we will definitely be back here tomorrow at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for another episode of the Bald Brad Show. With that being said, folks, take care of yourselves.